Um, I must say that Madame Jemesa and her other commissioners have turned themselves to the law or either above the law and have decided to do whatever pleases them. I strongly believe that in a democratic arrangement as we have it, it is the law that must have its way. 1st July 2020, Madame Jane Mensah, under her hand, created what is now called the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127. CI 127 is supposed to govern the conduct of both presidential and parliamentary elections. It's instructive to note that a reading of Regulation 2 and Regulation 3 is to the effect that for parliamentary elections, the person clothed with the authority and mandate to make a declaration and to collate results for parliamentary election determined within a constituency is the returning officer. What I have before me is the returning officers of the constituencies comprising Obuasi East, Ablekuma North, Okankwe Central, Tema Central, Tomekwabenya. The person with lawful mandate to make a declaration of parliamentary elections are the people who made the declaration in respect of these 5 constituencies. Now that declaration having been so made, those officers stand frontus officio. Not even Jane Mensah, not even Bosman Asare or Samuel Tete have the legal capacity whatsoever to overturn decisions made by the lawful returning officers of this respective constituency. And that is why Madame Jane Mensah would not want to take questions from you journalists. When you go to the Corporate Service Center of the Electoral Commission, it has its motto, transparency, integrity. It is shocking that a commission that has its motto, transparency, will be running away from questions. It is interesting to note. I listened to Madame Jane Mensah make the point that she does not want to set a bad precedent. Madam, you are just not a principled woman. You lack integrity. You lack principle. In 2020, the then minority leader.
But the EC chairperson says the processes at some of these constituencies, the 9 constituencies that they are looking at, were not completed. Now, the same CI 127 enumerates the processes that these have to go through for the declaration to be valid. They say they weren't. Don't you agree with her that because the processes were not completed, then of course she has that room to say we want to complete the process, so let's recollect.
In 2020, Madame Jane Mensah supervised the presidential and parliamentary election. About 8 people were brutally murdered, shot at close range by armed military